If you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe. Today I am playing Guardians of the Galaxy with Star-Lord as a leader, Rocket Raccoon, Angela, Drax, Ronan the Accuser, and Groot. This is the first time I've played Groot, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. The cards I'm playing are Crew of the Milano, Lovable Misfits, 1-2 Punch, Deadly Duo, and We Are Groot. I'm really hoping to get to play Deadly Duo. That looks really fun. 1-2 Punch I've played before. Lovable Misfits is a really interesting card. You just never know what you're going to get, just like Guardians of the Galaxy. Crew of the Milano is usually pretty useful. So we will see how this goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Agents of S.M.A.S.H. That's right, this week we're bringing Hulk, She-Hulk, Ant-Man, Wasp, and Black Widow, A-Force, but this time, Agents of S.M.A.S.H. I am super happy. I know we say it all the time. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what these two 6-pointers can do. Nikki was gracious enough to let me play a 20-point game with them. It's going to be fun. It's going to be silly. I expect lots of things to be smashed in the process, and it's just going to be a good old time. For my team tactics, I'm bringing Special Delivery, A-Force Assembled, Agents of S.M.A.S.H, of course, Pim Particles, and Extreme Conditioning. Well, let's face it, people. This game is all about using the Agents of S.M.A.S.H card. Nikki is not bringing Brace for Impact, so I should get it off at least one time. I'm hoping it goes well. I'm not using anything but obviously a size 5 for this one. The other cards, you've probably seen them before. If they come up in the game, we'll talk about them, but let's get to the smashing.
I had priority.
You don't generally get priority?
No, I don't. I don't know if I've ever gotten priority.
You've gotten priority before. It's actually pretty rare.
And this was a reroll. This is like we both kind of equaled and rerolled, and I won for once.
I've always wondered if that really makes a big impact on our games. Not sure.
I think it just depends. So I'm moving Angela first.
You're not playing around.
I'm moving her first because I want her to pick up the power core. She's got to roll for it. And if she gets a crit, then that's it. The others are go away.
You're very good at that.
So now she's got to hold on to it, though. And I hope that, she would be a good person to do that.
Yeah, so since she already moved out her big person, I didn't want to move out the Hulks just yet. So I just decided to go with a safe bet with Black Widow and then see who she was going to go with next.
That is one good thing about you going first. I like to see what you do.
Yeah, that's definitely an advantage.
Okay, so Drax. I think Drax is really fun to play. I love the way when he does his little vengeance tokens on people. So he's just going near the vault.
He's a madman with some knives. So yeah, I went ahead and broke out the extreme conditioning. So I get my one long move for Hulk. I really feel like it's essential if you're playing him to have that. Just because Gamma Leap doesn't move you very far and it costs the same amount. So yeah. And I'm just setting up for the next round.
And there's Ronan. I don't have a lot of experience playing him, but I think one time, a long time ago, and it's not one that we aired. So I'm trying to move him by the Cosmic Vault, and I'm like, oh, he can't get up there. So not a whole lot I can do. I should have put Star-Lord on that side, and I didn't realize it was going to be that hard.
Yeah, I'm kind of falling into the same trap here. I went ahead and moved She-Hulk over there. Nikki had actually given me the idea to bodyguard Hulk with She-Hulk, and I loved that idea. But I wasn't quite ready to do that yet. I needed to take care of that Cosmic Vault first. I also could not get up there without hanging over the edge, so I also did not claim that. Bad positioning for both of us, I guess.
Okay, Star-Lord. And he is going to attack Hulk. He has to be within 4. So elemental gun. Not a great roll.
Shocking, I didn't block any of it. That never happens with Hulk. But it gave me a power for Black Widow using the Defenders of Arcadia. And now I am going to move Ant-Man up just to say hi to Drax. Again, not much I can do this round, but I want to start threatening for the next round.
Up. And he is also going to attack Hulk.
Yeah, one thing we don't tend to do is shoot through people. Mainly because we weren't sure how that rule worked. So we decided it was time we actually learned that rule. And the rule is, yeah, you can shoot through people on your own side.
Just not terrain.
Just
right?
not terrain, correct. It does not. People do not block line of sight. But that's kind of what we're just verifying right here. Plus, he's a size 4, and she's a size, I think, 2.
Yeah, so Rocket should be able to see Hulk over Angela.
Yeah. Yeah, not bad. I finally blocked one. So, yet again, Hulk's hurt. But this is fine. This is giving me an extra power. I'm sorry, extra 1 dice for damage. And I go ahead and give the power to She-Hulk. I don't mind taking a few hits right off the bat because I do want his punches to be stronger. So I am moving up Wasp to support at this point. I know that may be a head-scratcher there, but I thought that was a good idea.
Okay, and Groot. I've never played Groot before. I'm playing him because I've never played him before. And I wanted to try to play his and Rocket's card. So we'll see how it goes.
Alright, so A-Force / Agents of S.M.A.S.H have round 1. We're doing our Cosmic Vault rolls real quick. I would like to point out, too, for this game, for people's awareness, that Nikki was very aware that I was taking Agents of S.M.A.S.H, and she purposefully did not take Brace for Impact, because she thought it would be kind of boring for me to play that card and then just use Brace for Impact. So she took one for the team, everyone. We very much appreciate that.
Well, I wanted to see how it played out.
Well, congratulations. We're about to see it play out.
Yep. And I actually was laughing this whole time it was going on.
This was fun. So we decided that is a size 5. If you didn't see that in the the first part of the video, even though it probably is a 6, but we decided it was a 5. She thought I was going to throw that at Angela, but no, I decided to go for Ronan instead. Actually, I was afraid. Well, no, I knew it would hit somebody else before it hit Angela. So the only clean shot I had was Ronan, and he took a good hit there.
Ronan took a mountain.
He did. So now I'm doing strike on Angela. I'm a little bit hurt, so I get a little bit more power. 1 die, to be exact. But it sure doesn't really show in these dice rolls. I only hit for 3. Of course, she rolled that critical, so I did 2 damage from the first punch. But since I leaped, I still have an attack, so here comes my second strike. Okay shot. Angela is very annoying. She's not letting me show what Hulk can do with this attack, so yeah, she blocked.
Oh, I'm sorry, Andy. I had 1 good roll. Sorry about that.
So now you're attacking me.
Okay, so this is Heaven's Wrath, and you add the size of the character you're attacking to the 4 dice that you already have, which made it 8, and Hulk is obviously the perfect character to do this against. If you roll 2 criticals in a wild, you get cleave. Obviously, that's really hard to do. Of course, I rolled 2 wilds and a crit, but didn't work. And that was a good roll for Hulk.
Yeah, surprisingly good roll for me.
So, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You did 4 damage to me all.
4. Okay.
Yeah, I blocked 2, shockingly.
So now I'm gonna do Xiphus.
Sword of the Stars.
Sword of the Stars. That was not a great roll.
Well, as I was saying earlier, Xiphis is Greek for short sword, so you just use short sword against Hulk. Not generally a good idea.
And then I think, does she get to move after
Yes,
this?
you're getting to move
So, my first thought was to move towards Black Widow. I really wish I had gone with my first thought. Spoiler alert. So I, very silly move towards She-Hulk.
Who has not activated yet, but she's about to now. However, I felt that I couldn't attack Angela just yet, with Ronan being there with 1 stamina left. So I decided to do a sensational uppercut, which she's a strength 7 with those attacks, so that's nothing to sneeze at. I figured I could at least do 1 point of damage, and I did. I mistold Nikki here, and I take full blame here. She should have done Creed justice on me. She asked about it. I misinterpreted enemy effects. But I end up throwing a starship at Angela there for 1 point of damage. And then I'm going to do a sensational uppercut on Angela. So Nikki should have actually retaliated against me. We clarified that shortly thereafter, but it was a little too late at this point. So I do apologize for that.
It's fine, I guess.
As I smack Angela super hard.
I'm not bitter about this game or anything.
So yeah, I just dazed Angela and Ronan with those attacks.
Okay, so getting away from that bloodbath, we're gonna go to Drax and Ant-Man. Surely things will go better this time.
Well, you are trying to use knives on a ant.
Oh my. Okay, so, wow, Andy.
Whoops.
So you blocked everything, okay? But I rolled a wild, which means that Ant-Man is bleeding. So now, I believe I'm using blades again. If your opponent is bleeding, you add
2 dice.
2 dice, yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Wow. Interesting.
I don't know what was happening. This is so unusual for me. I would like to point out this is about the point of the game where things started to get a little bit dark in the house.
I mean, do you blame me?
So Wasp is going up now. She's going to use my size-changing smackdown attack. You can't say it otherwise. And she rolled really well. Again, I don't know what was happening. I need to capture this magic. So you decide to use Plucky Attitude to reroll your dice because you didn't have it. You didn't roll a shield.
Yeah, I did. My plucky attitude got me nowhere.
Yeah, we would have to insert a bleep if this was live.
Yes. I may have said a bad word at this point.
All right.
Okay, Star-Lord, please, come on. You can do this. I think he's doing full auto.
Yeah, you're doing full.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you rolled a critical. Fine. So 3.
And you put you rolled a wild. So
that's right. Effect. Yeah, I put a status effect on him.
So,
2 status effects.
Yeah. Stunned and shocked.
Okay, so full auto again.
See, I helped you get that power to do this twice.
Wow, so 1. At least it was a wild.
And you hit. I rolled like I usually do for Hulk, so you did 1 damage. So 3 status effects on him. I gave that power to Black Widow. We decided that Star-Lord was walking backwards, flipping off the Hulk after those attacks, because that's so Star-Lord.
I actually played it out.
Yes, she did. Again, things got a little dark in this part of the game, so... so now it's Ant-Man versus Drax with my Pin Particle Punch, the 3P. Just a crit. I did go tiny after this attack, though. So I did another Pin Particle Punch, which is a little bit more powerful when you're tiny, ironically. And I rolled really well again. Like, super well. Now, she does have the invulnerability, so I reduced damage by 1, but I still did 3 to her. Yeah, things were not going how I thought they would, but good for me, I guess.
So I'm so desperate, I'm moving poor Groot up. See what he can do. So that was a bad roll.
I didn't save it.
But 2. Got 2.
Like I said, death by 1,000 cuts on the Hulk at this point. So I use my strategery and decide to leave Black Widow right there. Shocking.
I should have gone after Black Widow with Angela earlier. Alright. So now... Rocket. Plasma rifle.
Hulk face.
So 3. And you blocked 1. So 2.
So I knew she was going to do a heavier shot, and I only had Wasp nearby, but I went ahead and decided to use A-Force's Team Tactic card. I believe it's... yeah, A-Force Assemble. There we go. To give me 1 more dice for defense. Which turned out to be a really good idea.
Yeah, this is the attack. It's called Hadron.
Hadron Enforcer.
Hadron Enforcer. And so Wasp did get a damage from this.
But Hulk did not.
Nope.
Shocking.
Very.
So we need to make a little confession here. From this point on, we have totally forgotten to do Cosmic Vault rolls. We do apologize. Who knows if that would have made much of any difference? Probably not. But we do apologize. We totally messed that up for the rest of this game. I don't have a good excuse as to why.
I have a great excuse. We were having a weird blizzard in Arkansas that day.
That is true. So
Our mind was on, are we going to freeze to death? Is our power going to stay on?
yes. Yeah, we hit negative 20 when it was all said and done, I think. So with the wind chill.
Minus 20 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's ever happened in Arkansas. Do you?
No, not that I'm aware of. So anyways, I just did a Gamma Leap, and now I'm doing a massive Thunderclap here. Got all 3 of them. First going with Groot. And not a great roll. I mean, it all hit him, but not great. So Star-Lord is next. Much better. 2 crits at least. And since she rolled that shield, no plucky attitude, so I dazed him. Where's your plucky attitude now, Karen? And finally, Rocket, which should, in theory, be the easiest one.
Is that the way the Hulk sounds, Andy?
Yes.
You call people Karen?
4 damage. Ugh. All those shields, that'd be nice. Luckily, even with cover, I was still able to daze him in his massive 3 stamina. So I thought I could either take Groot or Angela, and I decided to go ahead and target Angela to start knocking some points off of her. I wasn't expecting great damage, but I figured anything off of her was a success here. So a 3 so far. So 3. She had a phenomenal roll there. She had a very Andy roll in this game for that one.
Yep. Okay, so Angela, Heaven's Wrath. And this one is 7 dice because She-Hulk is a size 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, not a great roll. And you block 2, so 1 damage. Okay, so I wanted to do the Sword of the Stars attack because it has a movement at the end of it. So 4. And you blocked 1. It's a little better.
A little better.
But now I'm going to... I can move anywhere within 2 of She-Hulk. And that's really where Angela shines. She's got great movement. And I'm going to throw that building at her.
I was not expecting that. I should have. Yeah, we decided that was a size 4, just for the sake of this game. We wanted to be able to throw and smash things.
So here's your dodge.
Not a very good one. I took 4 points of that to the face. So, yeah, and I have judgment on me, so I'm not getting any power from these attacks right now. I just didn't feel like I could take the time to remove that. I needed all my attacks. So I went ahead and did a sensational uppercut onto Ronan there. A very fresh on his unhealthy side, Ronan. And that was a decent hit. So 4 damage right off the bat there. And then I decided to do her power attack, which is the defense rests. I object. Well, that's not her, but that's her if she was a man, I guess. I object. Defense rests. That made no sense. We're still in the middle of a snow area. So, good. I did 4. I accidentally knocked that over. You just were not doing well on the saves with ye old Ronan. But
Poor
you did.
Ronan.
Yeah, we did remember, and this is when I realized I had screwed up on the rule earlier, and she was able to get a Kree's Justice off on me.
For all the good it did me. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I mean, it's okay, but then you roll really, like, what? Seriously?
It's only 3 crits. Okay, it's 4, and that's all the damage you did, so it was a weird day. What can we say? So that KO'd Ronan. Meanwhile, on the other side of this battle.
All right, Drax, what can you do for me? So he's going to do blades.
You're vengeanced me, and I'm bleeding, so you get +4 dice on this attack.
Yes, I think it's +5, actually.
Is it? Well,
Yeah, because 3 for the vengeance and 2 for the bleeding. So, let's see. 1...
You did 4 all in all
Okay.
here. And that's all I had. I was hurt already. Ant-Man, not a whole lot of stamina.
Alright.
So, you dazed Ant-Man.
Finally.
So now Wasp is going to try to finish off Groot. He was on 1 stamina at this point. I thought I could do that. Hindsight being 2020, maybe I should have left him. But he can hit hard. So 4 damage, nice. I ended up doing 2. Again, all he had was 1 left, so that did daze him. And I moved over to that Cosmic Vault. All right, so round 4. I honestly had not expected to last this long. I was a little shocked, honestly. But Hulk is really hurt. She-Hulk is getting the hurt put on her. And Nikki has first activation.
Okay, so Star-Lord is going to do his leadership ability, which honestly kind of sucks. I don't really like their leadership ability, but I'm going to use it. It's winging it. And he's going to attack Hulk with full auto. And winging it means I get 3 tokens. I can turn in a token and reroll 2 dice. It can be per turn, I think. Is it per roll? Something like that. Yeah.
But you had to use a Team Tactic card to do it.
Yes, you have to turn in a Team Tactic card, and I turned in, I think it was Crew of the Milano.
Yep. So you full auto blasted Hulk right there.
Yes, finally took Hulk out. Good Lord, finally. So I turned my attention to Wasp.
Another full auto attack.
Yep. And I can turn in another winging it token with this.
You were going to before, but
I didn't need to with Hulk. Yeah. So not a great roll.
We were just doing order of operation. So since I'm tiny, I get to reroll 1 defense dice, which I did.
Wow, you are rolling so well. I seriously don't like you right now, Andy.
You really don't.
And my rerolls did nothing, I think. Or not
Yes, it did.
rerolls. Did I? Okay.
Yeah.
It did.
You dazed her.
Okay, well, good.
No, hold on.
No,
you
I didn't.
Not yet. I do feel like you're like blasting all over the place, and everyone's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" Groot and Rocket are dodging out of the way. So, sensational uppercut on Angela from She-Hulk. I really need to get her gone. She is a threat. So, man, imagine if she had the assassin ability too. Ugh. I mean, she is a cosmic assassin. Or a cosmic, she's an angelic assassin, I think, so. Ugh. So, not too good on the first roll. Second roll, I'm doing defense rests again. Better attack this time, 5. But Nikki's dice are finally waking up at this point a little bit. So I end up doing 3 points to her, which, again, nothing to sneeze at. And she staggered. That's because you were already slowed from this sensational uppercut.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Groot is using I Am Groot against Wasp.
I think we need to rename that attack the Fly Swatter. Because, man, did you just hear like, no, die, die, die.
Die, Wasp.
Except it was Groot, Groot, Groot. So, yeah, you smushed Wasp. She's dazed. So now I have Ant-Man, and I think he just saw what happened, and he's like, never! So, Bullet and Barrage on Drax. And it's a solid Bullet and Barrage. So he would be poisoned at this point. But, yeah, you're dazed instead. I will take dazed over poison. But I'm vengeanced.
That's right, you're vengeanced. Okay, so Angela's got to use her first action to get rid of Stagger. And that really cost me. So I've got one action left, so I use Zyphos because it's got that action, the move at the end of it, which I need. So 3, you block 2.
So far. 3, no damage.
Of course. But I get to move, so I move her so that she is contesting.
Yeah, I actually am not close enough. I don't know if you can tell. Well, that you should be able to tell very well. And thank you for turning to face me. But no, I'm not close enough to the vault to claim it. So, my last act... Actually, no, I'm done.
Okay, so Rocket, and he didn't move.
So let me set the mood for you. It was a very, very somber beginning to round 5. We can laugh now, but it wasn't funny at the time. This game had kind of gotten out of control. Again...
You say that. I was just listening to us. I think I was still pretty chipper.
I don't know.
I was dropping some F-bombs, but, I think I still sounded okay. Like, seriously. You should hear it when you're losing it.
Oh, it's not good. It's definitely not for... It's hard R at that point, so... So, sensational uppercut. No, this is... I'm sorry. The defense rests on Angela. And it's a good, solid hit. But she still has 1 stamina left. So, I throw one last sensational uppercut at Angela. Hoping it connects. And it does. So Angela is officially out now. I was getting really hurt over there, and since I wasn't getting any power from it, that was even worse. If it wasn't for my leadership and the fact that she gets 2 power, I would be hurting.
Yeah, Angela definitely needed backup, and she's just not... She's a good character. Okay, so this is... Lovable Misfits, and if rolling a skull is the only thing bad that can happen, and of course that's what I rolled. So Star-Lord, Groot, Rocket Raccoon, and Wasp are stunned. Lovable Misfits is just like the Guardians. You just don't know what you're gonna get. It is a fun card, though. I've done some pretty cool... So with Rocket, what I was wanting was the blank, because then you get a free move. Not that this is bad, because it gave a damage to Wasp, but I wanted a free move so I could get an attack in on She-Hulk.
Yeah, in other games, you've done insane things with lovable Misfits.
Yeah. You just don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. So, of course, Drax got the free move, and I didn't want to move Drax, so that didn't do anything for me. And Groot... So he got the damage to Wasp. Okay, so 1-2 punch. Rocket and Groot.
On to poor Wasp. I mean,
Well, I don't want to hear a word, Andy.
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't play Groot. Everything. He can bodyguard Rocket. I forgot about that.
You were trying to get in range for the Deadly Duo attack,
I was trying to do that, and it wasn't happening for me.
but you just smushed Wasp right there.
So now they're sitting there with nothing to do. It's like they're just like, hey. So I move Rocket up. If there's a next round, I want him to be able to be in range of She-Hulk.
Yeah, you were really at the point where She-Hulk probably could have been taken out in a round of shooting from him.
I mean, maybe. It's possible.
So, Bullet and Barrage from Ant-Man. Again, this is probably one of his best attacks in the game. And I hit really well with it. In fact, if it hadn't been for his invulnerable move, or his invulnerable ability, I can't remember what that's called again, you would have been dazed at that, or KO'd actually at this point. That is called I Can Take It.
That's right.
And you could take it. So I threw my weak punch at you, and you couldn't take that.
Yeah, and you even said,
I
you need to bomb this, and then I did exactly what he asked.
Thank you.
Okay, so Star-Lord, and he just needs to move over there in range of She-Hulk. And I probably should have moved him up sooner to help Angela out. But lesson learned. And you block it all.
Yep. Yeah. So Black Widow is not going to move. She's been super effective all game. And she has. I mean, 5 points.
Groot's gonna move up, so he gets that point.
And that's game. Actually, we were both a little shocked that it ended there.
And I just had my ass handed to me. Well, congratulations on your amazing win, Andy. You pretty much annihilated me.
Do you know how hard it was to load those dice to make that happen?
But you played a good game, and I made a lot of mistakes. I don't even know where to begin with my mistakes. So many. But it was really fun watching Hulk and She-Hulk in a game together. They are two powerhouses. I mean, wow. They're two really, they deal a lot of damage.
You really can't ignore one of them.
No.
Because if you do, the other one is either going to get away with destroying you, or they've got enough stamina that they're going to survive like She-Hulk did.
And I think, like, the thing is that it split people up. You know, Angela and Ronan were both powerful, but you took Ronan out early. And Angela is more of a, you know, she can move really fast and she can do cool things, but she's not really a big damage output person. So, and again, I really feel like I should have that. I think it was round two. I had a choice. I could have moved her over towards Black Widow, or I could have moved her towards She-Hulk. I chose She-Hulk. That was just not my smartest move. I think if I'd gone towards Black Widow, Angela was holding the, what was it, a power core or something?
Yeah.
And it would have made She-Hulk, if she wanted it, have to come get it instead of me going to her.
I honestly think that would have been a significant change in the game. That was really...
And I'm still not sure I would have won, but it would have made it a lot harder for you to win.
The way my dice were on fire,
oh man,
that would have been hard for you to win that one.
Your dice were on fire. But again, coupled with the mistakes I was making, yeah, that was pathetic.
So yeah, we had actually concocted this idea a few weeks ago, and it was more of a whim. It's like, what would be fun to do? Agents of S.M.A.S.H. And Nikki's like, well, let's do it. And we went back and forth as to who's going to control them. And ultimately, we decided, since I had a little bit more experience with the Hulks, I would go with them. And then she was going to play one of her favorite squads, which is Guardians of the Galaxy. Even though their leadership is not great, the people are lots of fun.
Yeah, they're really fun. Oh, and you know what? I think if I had played Nebula instead of Groot... Wait, no, Rocket.
Yes.
Groot's 3, right?
Right.
I wouldn't have, first of all, I wouldn't have played Groot without Rocket. I don't think. I'd have to think
that
about
doesn't make a whole lot of sense
Yeah.
to do, because you want to do the Deadly Duo, which...
So I probably would have brought in, if I had to do it over again, Nebula, because she could have she could have helped Angela with She-Hulk. If She-Hulk had been on an objective, she could have really got some good attacks in.
Oh, God,
or
yeah.
on whoever.
She had the core. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Nebula would have torn She-Hulk apart in that game with her assassin ability. And
I don't know if I'd say tear her apart, but she would have been a really good backup for Angela.
Yeah.
So I
say tear apart. I fully think that would have happened, honestly. But yeah, so that was just a fun idea to try. I don't think I could get away with half the stuff I did in this game again. And then we forgot the Cosmic Vault rules, which, I'll be honest, I don't think it would have made any difference. We were both so much up on power. The only thing it would have done was made the game go a little bit longer if it moved somebody off an objective by doing the short move. That could have been a real thing, but it may not have either. I mean, look at our first round when we actually remembered to roll. None of us moved.
yeah.
It could have been detrimental to you. It could have been detrimental to me. And that's not an excuse. We will be better about that next time, but I don't think it would have made that much of a difference. But it was fun. I'm not going to lie. It was super fun playing both Hulks. Just knowing the sheer amount of damage each one of them can do. It's like you're doing 7 to 9 with She-Hulk, and then with Hulk, anywhere from 6 to 11 or 12. And then you have to roll like a pathetic 4 with Ant-Man. And it's like when you're speeding and all of a sudden you have to go back to normal speed, and it's like 30 miles an hour or whatever. That's not a good example, but it feels so hard when you have to go just to roll 4 dice when you've been rolling 7, 9, 12 dice. So yeah, but it was fun. I think part of this was a fluke with my dice rolls. I never roll that well. I never ever have an excuse to get mad at Nikki when we're playing a game if she's destroyed me, because this was kind of a one-sided game for the most part of it.
Well, you rolled well, but you also played well. So.
Well, thank you. And like I said, this was a weird day to play on, because again, and I know we said so earlier, but we don't get this cold here. It gets cold, and it's definitely enough that things can freeze.
It really doesn't get
but
that
not
cold.
Below 0 freeze.
I mean, it hasn't snowed. This is the first year it's really snowed here in like 6 years or something. So,
I mean, a lot of people lost power, pipes froze, so it's
like,
crazy.
I know like 70% of the U.S. is dealing with a lot of crap right now with the winter.
So if you're not in the U.S., you probably don't realize what's going on, but we got hit by a major, freezing through the majority of the country, and especially in places that are not used. We are used to getting freezing weather, just not below 0 Fahrenheit weather. But other places are not used to it.
We're just not equipped
for
that
not.
Here, and I know in Texas they've got it really bad right now, so my heart goes out to them. Yeah,
but we were basically kind of, at the same time we're playing, we're having a good time, we're kind of keeping an eye on the weather, we're keeping an eye on everything, keeping the house warm, because it was very difficult. Anyways, that's a ramble on to why this was a weird game to play.
Everybody wants to know about our weather here. So.
Well, I appreciate it if you lasted this long. So going back, and I guess in summary, it was a fun game.
It was.
I
was really impressed with both Hulks, because I know just playing Hulk, there's a lot of, he's not worth his points, blah, blah, blah. But, man, you put both Hulks together, I think they're worth it. I mean, I don't know.
I was trying to think how I can do this again without having to play a 20-point game, and that's difficult. I might have to play 4 people, or I might have to play 3 2-pointers. I want to do it again. I just don't know how I'm going to do it again.
And next time I am bringing Brace for Impact.
Yes, I fully appreciate that. But thank you. Great game.
Yes, good game.
And we will see you guys next week.